I own this necklace, and I own it in this color.
Yeah.
I love this necklace. It is so gorgeous, and that floral, oh, it's so pretty, so pretty.
Isn't that
I have 300 of them, $85.25. Unbelievable price. They're $155. I can tell you, I did not spend $85.25 on mine. I spent way more, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was like insider trading, but before the show, I almost like bought another color, and I thought, Helen, that's not fair. You have to let everybody at home have a chance at it first. If there's any left, you get some. I've made that promise to myself when I started working here, because I know when something's limited at an amazing price, but this is probably one of my favorite things in my entire life that you've ever done, Heidi. And the fact that it's only $85.25. This is called turquoise. I don't own this one yet. This is the one I will buy if there's one left that I have my eyeballs on. We also have it available in the purple. So this is purple, very, very popular. Look how gorgeous. Look at that. And it's got the blues in it too. Ugh.
Yeah. It does. And what color doesn't it have? That's maybe a better question.
Yeah, you know, you're right. Purple, aquas, the gold tones, and okay. And then the third color I have is the coral, and the coral is over here. And look at this. This goes with everything. Again, I probably would get this one too. I'd probably get two of them. So it's got 15 3/4 inch length, but there's a 3 3/4 inch extender, so it can be kind of short the way I'm wearing it right now. Tell me about the inspiration for this beautiful necklace.
Oh, well, you know, this necklace, and there's a whole group, girls, and we really encourage you to go to hsn.com to the Heidi pages and see all of the pretties that are there, because it's crazy stuff going on there too. Now, these are pictures of the inspiration. This was when we were in France. This was at the Luxembourg Gardens. Here is a picture up in Canada, this beautiful little town called Niagara on the, I forget what the name, but it was a beautiful town. The streets were lined in these bright colors. That's the beach house. That's where we are right now. Those, of course, wonderful, wonderful, puff, beautiful balls of hydrangeas that I adore, that, you know, of course, there's all different shades of them, that really was the inspiration. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Those are my roses in front of my house. Yeah, I can't wait. That's a few months away. That is going to be quite a sight, or a few weeks away. Those beautiful roses. And then, of course, that turquoise, which is really where the first necklace, and I know if my Alyssa is watching, I know she owns it. It's called Breathless. And Breathless was a necklace that we brought to air, and it was $700 and something. It was crazy, crazy. We couldn't even get it back. And this was like 15 years ago. So Breathless was this fabulous, huge, gorgeous necklace that everybody loved, and they didn't care that it was a fortune of money. But I knew that I wanted to bring it so everybody could enjoy this. And girls, now you're taking a look, and these we're able to get our hands on a very last few of them, and when they are gone for good. So what we're looking at on Angie is that beautiful, beautiful turquoise with all of the aquas and the chrysolite, which is like a mint green, and of course all these wonderful shades that go back to what looked like Sleeping Beauty turquoise. Oh,
okay, yeah. Heidi, I got a little update for you. The one I'm wearing, black, last call. Less than 300, and you guys are buying these super quickly. Hundreds of people have jumped on the phone. I personally own this, so if you buy it, take a picture. I'll put it side by side on my Facebook page with me wearing it. Because I'm gonna tell you, this is like so versatile. I've worn this with every color in the rainbow, really. You can really wear everything. But if you don't have the multi, talk about wearing it with every color in the rainbow. I feel like this is like summer, you know, we all know this is not the easiest year we've ever had. We are so looking forward to a little, you know, beautiful flowers and a wonderful summer. How about starting out with a bouquet around your neck that, by the way, it's not gonna be like a bouquet of flowers that you throw in the garbage in a couple weeks, right?
That's right.
These are forever bouquets.
They are. And you can see here, and maybe you can help me point out to the girls, Helen, that these are multiple castings. So this will sit on everybody's décolleté just so, whether you're a size 2 or a 22, because you can see how this is, these are castings that are literally soldered on top of each other. And what a wonderful display of every cut that we know how to make in these like if it were gemstones, in these beautiful, beautiful shades of sapphire, pink sapphires, and indigo-light, and that wonderful like tourmaline green color, topazes, and little hints of semi-precious turquoise going throughout.
Look at that.
And then anchoring it as the most gorgeous color of coral I think I've ever seen. You know, whether you're wearing this on white, turquoise, you just pick a color, any color that's in that beautiful bouquet. And, you know, oh, look at how pretty that is. That's our most classic. Wouldn't you say, Helen?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I bought this one, 200 left in this one, last call. And I'm wearing a ring, by the way, that goes back. But the articulation is what I was showing you before. You see how it's articulated here and articulated here? That makes it fall perfectly on everybody's neck. Everybody's built differently, but it slightly bends here and here so that it's not like this plate that just plunks here. It kind of warms to your neck. I mean, it's just, it feels amazing on. I will tell you, I get so many compliments when I wear this, and I guarantee if you wear this, you're gonna be stopped by another Heidi girl. They're gonna go, Heidi Daus. Like, they won't even say hello to, right? They won't even say hello to you. They're gonna go, Heidi Daus, right? Am I right? It's like a secret club, it's like a secret wink.
That's right. I mean, can you imagine this? I mean, truly, there are like hundreds and hundreds of stones that are hand set. Now, if you saw this ring, and you saw that, you would say, oh, $85, terrific, great, I'll take it. But you're getting all of this handmade, beautiful, beautiful, hand set, every single piece, one by one. You're choosing your color, whether it is the turquoise, this wonderful multi back with the coral beads, 10 millimeter in size and knotted in between each and every. And then, of course, or that beautiful, beautiful amethyst, or, you know, I'm sure we're getting very, very dangerously low on that jet paired, you know, it looks like daisies.
150 left, girl. 150 left. I'm gonna point to it. 150 left. We think it's gonna go in this show for sure. So 150, and you know what? 90-day return policy. So June, July, August, to the end of August, almost September, you've got to decide. But I'll tell you, $28.42. At $155, this is a huge customer pick. Everybody loved this. Everybody was like, have to have, and myself included. I bought this necklace. I actually have the earrings that match as well. I bought the long drop earrings, which I think I have out here. There's these drop earrings that go back with it. And then there's also kind of like a button earring. Can I just show you that? These go with the aqua one. So I just wanted to show you that. And then I've got bracelets and a ring. Do I have to torture you more? I have bracelets. I have a bracelet, and then I have the ring that I'm wearing. Boom. Look at me. I'm showing you the whole suite. But it's just, I mean, 400 of these have flown out the door. And Heidi, we've presented them before. This is 2 styles of earrings. I actually own these, but we have the button one, and either one is pierced or omega. And I'm wearing the ring, and we do have sizes 5 through 12. So 2 minutes left on the necklace.
Oh boy, that's it. All right, well, girl, you know, the colors here are so divine. And, you know, if you're not sure, you know, grab it home, get it home today, because you know, when these are gone, we will never be able to do this. You know, with hundreds and hundreds of handset stones and the way in which this is engineered, this is not you know, like normally an $85 necklace, right, Helen?
Oh, yeah.
This, you would say, okay, anywhere else in the world, $350, $450, easily. But now, right here, this incredible sale price, and with that aqua paired back with that Sleeping Beauty turquoise, is there anything more beautiful with sun-kissed skin? If you have dark skin, I'm telling you, you look like a vision when you walk into a room. Or that beautiful amethyst that are all the colors of those beautiful, beautiful hydrangeas deep blues, amethyst, tanzanites, you know, wonderful, wonderful aquas, you know, every color under the sun. And then, of course, what looked like the most expensive, beautiful amethyst faceted beads. I don't know how many carats it looks like. Of course, they're beautiful faceted crystals. And then you can really doll it up with a killer pair of long earrings. And really,
or short ones. I got both with this.
Well, that's why we did that, because, you know, I'm wearing the small, just the button flower, which happens to be one of the best-selling earrings in the history of the Heidi Daus collection. It is just a simple, lovely little earring. But then when you want to knock them dead, and you want to bring it on, you wear that long earring, and wow, wow, wow. You know.
And there's the item number for the earrings. It was 082-215. Okay, here is the bracelet, right? Is that what we're going to show? Okay. Oh, here's the bracelet or the